G'day everyone, Yowie here. Just going to do a little bit more of an in-depth talk on the video camera, or the helmet camera that I use, the Ghost XL Drift. I choose this camera because, well, it's not in 4K, it's only in 1080, but I choose it because it's got the best battery life. I can record for 9 hours on a single battery. It's easy to download, easy to edit, and it's just been working for me for ages. I have two cameras. One is a backup just in case one gets damaged or I have any problems, but I've never had to use the second camera. I always take it with me, but never used it. So I'll do a little bit about the fitment under the side of the helmet, an external microphone that I'm using, and any problems you may incur or that may happen along the way. Sometimes you watch my videos and I'm ducking my head and I'm just looking for the red blinking light on the camera. It lets me know that it's still recording. And when I pull up, I just hit it once, put it on to pause, so it's always on standby. I've ridden 450 Ks, 500 Ks, 7.5, 8 hour days, and it's still recorded the whole lot. I run a 128 gig SD card, so I know I can get all the video on there, and then I get home, download it, and sort it all out, edit out what I don't want, what I want. I don't miss anything. Everything's recorded for the whole trip, so I don't have to worry about the battery going flat. I capture the whole lot. So for me, that's priceless because there's so many things happen along the way that you don't expect, and you've caught it all. So here we go. I'll try and explain it the best that I can. So here's the box that would come in, Ghost XL Drift. It's waterproof, dust proof, 9 hours battery life, it records in 1080, and my second one is one I bought second hand, so it's been great also. This one's got the external microphone jack on it, so I'll just sort of do it the best I can. On the bottom side here is a little plug you unscrew. You then put your external phone jack in, microphone jack, so you can record through your internal microphone or external microphone. I've got my external microphone. I've run all the excess cord up through the back of the foam in the helmet and down through into here, and I've had to I guess dig a little bit of a hole or just make room for the microphone. So this is inside the cheek rest on the helmet. There's the little microphone there. I've got a tissue over it, and it's inside a little plastic bag, and that just helps reduces wind noise for me. So I was always getting a lot of wind noise, and that sort of reduces that. Clip that all back up. So when you buy your camera, you'll get a couple of these little sticky pads, mounting brackets. So the way we mounted it on, with my wife and I put the helmet on, looked at a particular object, and got her to position it so the camera was looking at the same object, only like 2 to 3 meters away. Then gave it a really good press on, nice and firm, and once I thought it was stuck on pretty good, mounted the camera, did a video record, and made sure that it was pointing at the same thing, dead center of what I was looking at. So then it was good, it was great. And you can also put another one. I did have one mounted on the top, but I found by having the one on the top, I was missing all the dash on the bike and some of the better viewing that you would see from your normal eyesight, so I decided to keep going with the one on the side. which worked out much better. To put the camera on and off, it's easy. You can see these little cutout sections here. I'll go to this one here. So when you put your camera on, just make sure that they all clip in, and I usually push them in, clip it in, and then when I remove it, push those in, and I just put my finger behind it and give it a little bit of a push from behind, and then it comes off. So once you've recorded your video, you open this little tab on the bottom. Well, let's go back to the start again. There's your little USB or your SD card goes into there. When you first put it in your camera, you'll have to scroll through your information on here and format your SD card. That explains it all pretty well in the manual. Once you've formatted your SD card and you've done your video, you're then ready to upload it into your computer. Plug your little cord in. Of course it's going to do that. Plug, and all the video footage will show up onto your screen for your computer. I'm running with a gaming PC. That was the decision that I made. I've been using laptops to do it, and it just didn't have the storage space to run to put all the videos in. So by going to a gaming PC, I got better graphics, and that did help. There's a lot of videos that I've got posted up that they never had all this, and they were still really good quality. Records anywhere between 30 to 60 frames per second. Sometimes I was getting a little bit of fuzz out of that, but it was still good to view. Most PCs or laptops will have an editing software program, and that's still fine to do most of the things you want to do. My NCH software program, which probably PCs and laptops will do as well, is I can add music and photos, and have it so the screen goes up and down or side to side, bringing new photos in. But it all comes down to personal choice and what you want to do with it. But yeah, I've just gone this way because that's my choice. But yeah, normal PCs and laptops will do the same thing, so you don't have to outlay lots of money. I'm using NCH Suite or NCH software as my video pad editor, and that's been pretty good for me. Easy to use. Cost about $90 to own it and then use it, so that was really good. I'll show you a little problem, or well, if you encounter a problem with your camera ever, it very rarely happens, but it's just like a reset, and I'll show you where that is. So if your camera just stays on red and it's not blinking, you got one of these little pins, and there's a little hole just in here with an R on it for reset. You see that in there? So all you do is poke this little pin into that hole, and your camera will start working again. If you have any problem in the download process and it somehow gets stuck, or it seems like it's jammed up, just do a little press on that and then resume your download. Right, I'll turn this one on. There's your on button. Right, got one beep. Now a problem and a green light. The problem I had first up, thinking that my camera wasn't working, was I didn't give it time. I turned it on, and then I started mucking around with all the fucking buttons, and it sort of jammed up on me, and I was like, shit, that's no bloody good. So turn it on, let it, I don't know, warm up, I guess, and then for recording, all you do is touch that again, bang, you're recording. It's probably a little bit hard to see the back of that, but it is like a bright green, and it's kind of like on just record mode, because it does have your crash camera kind of setup, like for in your car, and it records for up to 29-30 minutes, and then it starts a new section for the video, which works out good for me, because sometimes I've got 10, 12 or 15 videos that end up on the computer, and then I can start working out which one I want to edit and which area I was in at the time. And to turn it off, there you go, she's off. So turn it on, one beep, let it warm up, get the green light on. Riding along, just, oh well, before I start riding, that's standby mode, so as soon as I start riding, boom, record. That's it, whatever that's blinking is recording. When it gets stuck on red, that's when you need to open it up and do that little bit of a reset, and then it'll be fine again. It's on standby, turned off. Also on the front of these cameras, that there would be normally just be a black arrow, and I've put white on it, so I know which way around my camera is. So when that arrow is lined up with your flashing light, the camera's recording vertically that way. Now this lens is fully rotational, so if you happen to be recording with it on its side like that, you would then want that arrow, or that white mark that I made it, up here, so that it's recording like that. Now the lens does get a little bit scratched, because when you're riding with a heap of people it gets dust, and I use my motorcycle glove to wipe it off so it keeps clean, clear footage. And it does get a little bit scratched and can interfere with the quality of your filming. But don't fear, there's 4 little screws here, and that lens is completely replaceable. Pull those 4 off, the little cover comes off, you take the lens off and put a brand new one in, and away you go again. So I'm always checking for bugs or scratches on there, and yeah, then you're all sweet. I've got like liquid paper tape on here stating which is camera 1 and camera 2, so normally those markings aren't on there, so you just got the nice Ghost XL drift. Hopefully that's answered some questions as to what I'm using, how I use it, and yeah, for me it's easy, quick and easy to download and edit the videos. If you have any more questions, send me a message, and I'll do the best I can to answer them and help you through if you're having any problems. Cheers everybody.